Hey guys, it's the Michigan CJ, and boy, do I have a treat for you today. So, this is one of my favorite guns. It's a SIG P320 X Compact RXP, though I have made some modifications to it. Basically, it's a Gucci version. So, I absolutely love this firearm. I absolutely do. It comes with the Romeo 1 Pro optic, which is actually a pretty good optic, but I'll go into some pros and cons about that. We have the night sights here, which are absolutely beautiful. I added the addition of a threaded barrel, and I also added, by the way, this gun is clear, and I also added the Icarus Precision aluminum grip module. Now, this grip module absolutely, 100% changes this firearm. I mean, this is the best addition you can add to this firearm. But adding this to an already expensive firearm, some people might not want to do. So, let me tell you a little bit about this firearm. For example, this comes with two 15-round magazines from the factory. These are steel magazines, I believe, but they're very good magazines. The overall length on this firearm is 7 inches with its stock 3.6 inch barrel. The width on this firearm is 1.4 inches. The height on this firearm, if you count the top of the optic, is 6.2 inches. If you count from the slide to the bottom of the magazine, it is 5.3 inches. And the weight on this firearm in a standard configuration with its X-Grip polymer grip module is 25.8 ounces. With the Icarus Precision grip module, the overall weight of this firearm unloaded becomes 29.6 ounces. So basically a 4-ounce weight increase, which isn't very much. It's very similar to a 229 as far as feel to me. So before I go into the Icarus Precision grip module, let me tell you a little bit about what I think about this firearm in general, as far as my shooting experience. So basically, I have fired approximately 550 rounds through this firearm. And it was almost like a competition or a war between which gun was going to be my concealed carry firearm between this firearm and my Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. And let me tell you, it was definitely a war, because I don't know what it is about the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, but that gun is extremely accurate for me. Though I dislike the grip angle, it was hard for me to outshoot that gun with just about any firearms that I owned. So, naturally, I picked up this firearm, which I love the ergonomics and the feel of it, even with the X-Grip. And I wanted to try to outshoot my Glock 19 Gen 5, which I was able to accomplish, but I mean barely. And when I say barely, I mean there's such a minuscule difference that I could almost say they are exactly the same in accuracy. With that being said, I still liked this firearm more because the ergonomics, the feel of it, even with the X-Grip. So I decided to carry this one over my Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. And I mean, apples to apples, they shoot the same pretty much. And the only thing was the Glock 19 Gen 5, the recoil impulse on it was softer. It was a softer shooting gun. It had less muzzle flip. Therefore, I was able to shoot it faster under recoil more accurately sometimes. But there's times where I would put the bullets in the same hole with this gun. So it came down to, hey, which one do I like more? And I end up liking this one more. You know, they're my firearms and I carry what I wanted to. Now, the Glock 19 Gen 5 was amazing. But then I started looking into modifications. I said, okay, I like this platform as is. How can I make it better? I like the Romeo 1 Pro optic better than I like the Holosun because of the wider lens. The wider lens made it easier to pick up if it was off from the left or the right. But I like the Holosun too. The Holosun 507. So because of the wider glass, I was able to get this gun back on target faster. So with the modifications, I first purchased a threaded barrel. Believe it or not, threaded barrel actually reduced the recoil on this slightly. So then I started looking into more modifications. Do I want to try a Wilson Combat grip module, or do I want to try something different than just the X compact grip module? I had started by applying Talon Grips to my X compact grip module, which definitely changed the feel of this gun. If you're going to use this gun with a standard grip module, please put Talon Grips on it. I mean, it stays in your hand so much better with Talon Grips. So then, between the threaded barrel and the Talon Grips on the X compact grip module, I was able to start shooting this gun actually better than my Glock 19. So then I went even further. After doing more research, I looked up a company called Icarus Precision. Now, their aluminum grip modules, I think it's 7075 aluminum. I started watching reviews on them on YouTube, and everybody just raved on how much they reduced the recoil, and they were amazing. So I figured, with the trigger guard undercut allowing me to get up higher, and the added weight and the reduction in recoil, this could be the piece that I needed. But it was $250. Needless to say, as you can see, I purchased it. So after purchasing this grip module and putting it on this firearm, man, guys, trust me, if I could tell you, this is the best SIG P320 that you could build. Get an Icarus Precision grip module, get a threaded barrel. This is the SIG P320 X Compact with the Romeo 1 Pro optic. This is the best that I feel like the SIG P320 X Compact platform can be. And this grip module is the most amazing thing. So the texture is not like super duper abrasive, but it sticks in your hand. It feels great. Even though it's smooth here, it feels great in your hands. It's not slipping. It's not going to fall out. The little bit of added weight actually makes this gun feel more like a gun. I mean, if that makes sense. It makes it feel better. In like a tier 1 concealed holster, which I have on order for this particular firearm, it will spread out the weight and it won't really be such a big deal when carrying appendix, if you're into appendix carry. Now, these double trigger guard undercuts are amazing. So first, let's start here. This has these little ribs on it. So when you get in here like so, getting up high, so grip like so, and the other hand just fits perfectly into place here. And then it also has these things which are similar to what they call a gas pedal. They're on both sides. You're able to just rest your thumb on here like so, and then you can really get in there and grip this thing, and you can really hold this thing down tight, and it keeps the muzzle flip down. It reduces the muzzle flip so much. I mean, I can rave about how much I absolutely love this firearm in this format. I mean, this is something special. And sure, the firearm, the SIG P365, the SIG P320 X Compact RXP itself cost me $8.99. But it does come with the optic, the suppressor height sights. I mean, it's a great feeling gun. But then you think add the Icarus Precision grip module, that's an additional $250, and then a threaded barrel, which is an additional $200. I mean, you know, you got like a gun that's like close to $1,400 here. So yeah, it should be nice. But if you're into the SIG P320 platform, I mean, this is like one of the best ways that you could build it. Now they do sell the Pro Cut slides and stuff, but even if the Pro Cut slides has all these slide cuts and whatnot, it's still the same exact weight and use the same recoil spring. So it really doesn't make a big difference other than aesthetically. But just get this firearm with the Icarus Precision grip module. It is something special. So going back to the shooting performance, with this gun, when shooting it, I mean, this, I would honestly say, reduces the recoil by 40 to 50%. I mean, it makes this gun a lot soft. Like just so much softer of a shooter. And I mean, it's sexy, it looks good, it shoots soft. I mean, what else can I say? The trigger on this gun. So the trigger, as you can see, is clear on this gun. It's actually pretty good. So it's a flat face trigger, but it's bigger. And right here, I'll show you. So that is the take up to the wall. I mean, I don't know why this trigger's so good, but it is. So from here, wall. From here, from the wall, very little bit of creep, break. Reset. Break. The only thing I don't like about this trigger, it doesn't have a lot of forward pressure. Like, for example, my Glock 19 Gen 5, like that thing pushes your finger forward aggressively. This, it doesn't have a ton of forward pressure, but I can still shoot it fast. I mean, God, I love this. I love the feel of this aluminum. I love the Picatinny rail. I love the gas pedal insert slots. Everything fits together perfectly. The weight is only slightly more at 29.6 ounces versus 25.8. This is an excellent concealed carry firearm, though it is close to $1,400. But wow. So far I've had about 500, I think about 550 rounds to this. I gotta check and make sure. I keep track of everything in my notes, but I believe it's about 550 rounds, and haven't had one failure feed, one issue, one anything. Everything is ran. All ammo I put through this has ran flawlessly. I mean, this is a great firearm. The only caveat, or the only con that I can say about this is it has a higher bore axis, so you will notice slightly more muzzle flip, but in this configuration it's not very noticeable. But in comparison to the Glock 19 Gen 5, there is slightly more muzzle flip. I still kind of feel like the recoil might be less on this than the 19 Gen 5 now in this configuration. Another positive thing about this firearm is being a left-handed shooter. The ambi slide release is perfection. I mean, I absolutely love these controls. They're big. I never ride the slide release like some people do, so I never have any issues with it not locking back. But this firearm is something special. It just, unfortunately, it costs you $1,400 to get it to this configuration. But once you get it here, It's the best SIG P320 that you will ever own. I mean, Icarus Precision did a fantastic job with this. I wouldn't change anything about this firearm. So that's all I got to say about this one. So please subscribe, and I have many other reviews of many other firearms. Again, this is the Michigunner CJ signing off. If you got any questions or anything, please feel free to ask me. I will respond if I can, but like I said, I'm a full-time dad. I work 60 hours a week, but I will try to. And I pick up tons of firearms all the time, guys, so I definitely don't mind giving insight if you guys are curious about picking up something. I definitely want that knowledge to be out there. I want more people to know more about firearms, and I think it's a big part of our society, and I think more people should own firearms. So this is the Michigunner CJ signing off.